Hey everyone, it's Berticus, and I'm playing a new Minecraft mod called MineZ, and I know that most of you are here for the Guild Wars 2 beta keys, and I will be giving those away. Basically, all you need to do is throw a like up on the video, and then I will select a random person or persons, depending on how many keys I have, to give out a key so that you can be in the beta event weekend that's going to be happening next weekend. Anyway, no, I'm not back into making a bunch of videos like I was before, but this mod does kind of fit with the theme of my channel that I had before, which was Berticus Heads North. What this is basically a game that's not a copy, but it was inspired by a game called Daisy. If you're not familiar with that, you may want to take a look at that also. Basically, you are trying to survive from the zombies and the other players that are on the server, and you can see that this is the public server and it's got quite a few people here at the spawn reading about the different things in the game. But we're going to go ahead and get started. To spawn, you just type MineZ spawn, and that will take you over into the world, and you'll have a dazed effect for a little bit. And I am running some add-ons so I can see where all the towns and cities are and have a little mini map up there in the corner. But basically I am going to head north like I usually do and explore and see what we can get ourselves into. What I'm looking for inside these structures is chest, and right here is a sign that says normally there is a chest that spawns right there, and it kind of gives you an idea what might be inside that chest, but it's empty right now, which is pretty common. When you spawn in around the areas on the shore, this is where everybody spawns. And typically there's a lot of ganking and whatnot going on in this area because everyone's being spawned in at the same point, and you've got people who are panicking and they're out of food and they're out of water and trying to collect resources, and some people do that by PvPing. So we're just going to head north here and see what we can find. So here's a guy that we're coming up on, two guys actually. So when you do find people out in the wilderness, you are supposed to give them the international peace sign, which is you right click and you get the little sword going across your chest there, or you can crouch down using, I think it's shift. Yeah, shift will crouch you down and you can give the peace sign. But it looks like these guys have already cleared out these buildings, so we're just going to keep on going. Some things that you're watching for in this game, you have the little water droplets down there. That is your thirst bar, and once that depreciates, you will start to die. So you have these little bottles of water that you can drink. Your other bar below that is your food bar, little turkey legs, and if you run out of food, you will starve to death. You do have an inventory with armor. The Ender Eye is actually, I'm not sure if this will be in the permanent game, it's in the beta right now. This allows you just to talk to everyone on the server. This is a bandage, so if you start bleeding, you'll black out for a couple seconds, and then when you come back, it'll give you a message that you're bleeding. This is what you would use to stop that. And you can drown in this game, so keep that in mind. Let's see. Closest city, I think, is Evergreen Manor, but I think you have to have a button to open a door to get inside there. So we're going to head to either Yopton or Whitehaven. It's a little further north. This game still is in beta, so there are a lot of bugs and glitches in it, but it is fun to play. I haven't survived very long. I haven't played it through too many times, but typically my two biggest issues are A, finding food, and B, just getting killed by high-level players. Typically what they'll do is they'll head up north and they'll gear themselves out with iron gear and stuff like that, and then they'll come back down south and just kind of pick on the newer people. Some people are friendly though, so you can group up and kind of follow people around. You need to be careful in the snowy areas because you can only jump so high, and because snow starts falling and creating multiple layers on top of one another, it becomes hard to navigate through some of these areas. At the top there, you'll see my visibility bar. That is for zombies. We haven't actually come across a zombie, which is fairly odd. The more noise you make, or the faster you go, that bar will go up and down to kind of let you know how close and whether or not they can hear you or not. And I apologize if you can hear the sounds in the background. Those are my ferrets playing. They're rather rambunctious today. I highly suggest these mods if you are going to play this game. The map mod that I'm running is REI map mod. Without it, you don't get the nice overhead view that I have up in the top right hand corner there, and you get lost in a big hurry. It's hard to tell directions without it. And then the add-on, or the waypoints, is actually just an extension of that map mod that is available on the MineZ Reddit. That's very nice. It doesn't have all of the cities or places that you can go marked, but it has the major ones, and that helps you go from place to place and without wandering aimlessly. Because I mean, you could be 50 meters from a town, but especially if you don't have the overhead view, you're in the trees, you're not going to see anything at all, and you're going to walk right by it and you're going to end up starving to death. So having that as a reference point is kind of nice. And let me turn down the music, or we'll turn off the music, that way y'all can hear me, because I know you love to hear my lovely voice. So this is an atypical adventure for me so far. Typically by now I would have seen multiple groups of people. There's 150 people on this server, and typically it doesn't take but more than a couple minutes to run into somebody, and then there's always that fear that they're going to be hostile to you. I've had all kinds of things happen. I've had people come up to me and beg me to basically take all their stuff because they were going to die and they didn't want it to go to waste. Right now you can see the developers talking to everybody and letting them know that the lag is caused. The 1,000 spams per minute is, there's 150 people on the public server. What he's saying is that they are having 1,000 connection attempts. So there's 1,000 other people waiting to try to get into the server, and every second, basically, every 5 seconds, they can disconnect and reconnect and attempt to connect it back into the server. So this game is getting this add-on is getting a lot of popularity, and for good reason. It's a lot of fun, and it's kind of different from some of the other stuff that's out there, and it's kind of a good change from Minecraft. Minecraft for me got really boring for a little while. I'd kind of done what I wanted to do with it, and after that there wasn't much more to do. These cobwebs here slow down you and also zombies. See, so here we are. Peace, don't kill me. See, these guys are both in plate, so I have to be very careful, because as soon as I turn my back, they could kill me for any reason, which is what they're doing. Okay, well, that was MineZ. Be sure to leave a like down in the field, and I will be selecting a random person to receive a Guild Wars 2 beta key. That will be for the weekend of July 20th and 21st, and I hope to see y'all in game. Good luck.